Yo, what is up, wacky gamers, and welcome back to a new video on the channel. So guys, today we're back with another mod showcase on Borderlands 3. If you've been following the modding community for Borderlands 3, you'll know we've been making some incredible stuff. Myself, I've just recently released a ton of new pack mods for Borderlands 3. This includes stuff like my pearlescent mod, my breakable chest mod, the vendor crash fix, faster events, and many more. But today we're going to be checking out a particularly cool mod through the form of SDK modding in Borderlands 3. Now, I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with hotfix modding and maybe even pack modding, but these are SDK mods and need to be installed a little bit differently. Now, Apple has a video showing how to install SDK mods for Borderlands 3. I'll leave that linked down below if you're interested. But today, we're going to be checking out the Add to Inventory mod by Smugg. Now, Smugg is a friend of mine, a good modder in the Borderlands community, a very talented individual, and they have made a mod which essentially streamlines the whole idea of save editing in a Borderlands game. So I figured this would be a very neat mod to show off, because what this mod does is extremely cool. Now, assuming you've downloaded the mod, you can go to the main menu and you'll have a mods option on there if you've installed SDK mods, and you'll need to go into there and click the add to inv mod and enable it. Otherwise, it's just not going to work. Now, once you've got the mod installed and you are in game, you're going to want to make sure that first and foremost you have indeed enabled it at the main menu, and then when you are in game, you want to bring up your console. Now, if you don't know how to bring up the console, it is typically, and I'm pretty sure almost always, the tilde key on your keyboard, which is usually below the escape key, and that's going to bring up your console. It's right at the bottom, but if you can't see it, you press it twice and you'll bring up a more full and visible box. And what this mod allows you to do is type in the following command, which is add _to _inv, which is short for inventory, and then you put a space. And now you're going to want to put the item code of whatever item you want to add to your inventory. But you're going to need to get a code somehow, right? How do you do that? Well, you want to go to lootlemon.com. This is basically the world-known loot site for Borderlands at this point. It has all the information you need to know about loot. And as you can see, I've got the site up right here. And let's just say, for example, that we want to spawn in a Becca, right? So we're going to click on Becca, scroll down, and it will say copy Becca code. So you just want to grab that right there. And now going back into Borderlands 3, now that we've got the code, we just have to paste it in, and that is what we will enter for our command. But just before we do this, I want to show you that we don't have any Beccas in our inventory. We do have some pearls, which I'll be making a video on soon, but we don't actually have a Becca in our inventory. We have 12 items in our backpack right here. And in fact, if I keep my inventory open and then enter this code right down at the bottom here, we'll be able to see this happen in real time here when I press enter on the code. As you can see, it is updating my inventory live, and if I just hit the up arrow key going back into the console, it will just give me my most recent command and I can enter it again and just keep giving myself Beccas like so. Now, the item and the parts of the Becca that I've spawned in is of course going to depend on the code I got from Loot Lemon. So if you want to get more customized roles at that point, you may have to go into a save editor, make the Becca that you want first, and then put it in that way. But at that point, I feel like you could just save edit it in. This mod seems to be more so for people that just want quick gear into their inventory, and I think it does a pretty good job of that. Now, one thing I would like to see this mod do is add functionality to input the same code numerous times at once, so that you can give yourself 5 Beccas without having to paste the code in 5 times. But I think as it stands right now, it's cool enough. So I just wanted to showcase this mod to those of you who like spawning in gear in Borderlands, and you're at the point in your playthroughs now where, you know, the game's been out for so long at this point and no one's really too bothered about cheating and modding and all of that stuff. So if you do want this kind of mod in your game, it is very easy to install and very easy to use. Once again, this mod is made by Smugg and it is an SDK mod. Big shout out to him and all the hard work he's doing on that front. I think maybe in the next video I'll be showcasing my pearlescent mod, because I've had a few people asking about that. And yeah, why not showcase it off? I think it might be time at this point. But guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed, and have a good rest of your day, everyone. I'll check you later.